Standing outside was an older man in maybe his 50s.
You opened the door? You opened it? You opened it? You opened the door? You opened the door?
The suspect was believed to be an older man with a beard.
Oh, you're done.
I frantically reread the words on my screen.
You're done. Yo, you gotta, like, pulverize him. I don't know. Like, freaking spray right there. Psh, 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 psh. Allegedly true lockdown horror stories. Okay. First of all, I don't like the eerie music, and I don't like this night vision goggles frame that we have going on. I'm scared already. Mom?
I was in my second year of high school. Every year, our school was required to perform at least 2 lockdown drills.
Okay.
But our principal at the time would always have us do more like 3 or 4.
Okay.
So I was pretty used to it.
Can never be too prepared for lockdown safety protocols. And bro, you know what the crazy part is though? I feel like we do all these drills in school, but for the time where we actually need to use it, it never really goes smoothly, bro.
All of the teachers would always warn us ahead of time to save any panic.
Okay.
That morning, as I walked into my first period class, I was informed by my history teacher that the school would be having a lockdown drill that day.
I don't like this video. I'm scared.
I actually kind of liked them, because it meant we'd have less work to do considering the 20 or 25 minutes they always take.
Okay.
30 minutes into class and a short buzzer went off, followed by our principal's voice on the intercom. Like every other drill, he explained how the school was going into lockdown, but that it was just a practice drill. He explained that should there ever be a real lockdown, the buzzer would sound for longer, and there would be no intercom announcement. The teacher instructed all of us to shut the curtains and go into the corner of the classroom that was not visible from the outside door.
It's so sad that these are actually necessary though. Like the other day was another freaking school incident where somebody, you know, unleashed violence on a school. And this happens so often, the fact that we need drills to stop it. I feel like the United States is like the only country that consistently needs stuff like this. I don't know.
He then shut off the lights and locked the door. For the next few minutes, we sat in silence. Eventually, we heard footsteps outside. It was the principal trying every classroom door to make sure they were locked and that the classes were responding to the lockdown correctly.
Okay, makes sense. W principal.
Before I knew it, the drill was over.
Okay.
The day progressed and I was now sitting in my physics class, which was right after lunch.
At some
point, I ducked out of the class to use my physics.
Never took physics in my life. I took chemistry and I regret it. Chemistry was one of the hardest subjects I ever took in high school, bro. Mind you, I took AP Psych. I took AP Calc.
I ducked out and I was now sitting in my physics class, which was right after lunch. At some point, I ducked out of the class to use the bathroom. Now, our school building had a basement.
Okay.
Down there, they had a bathroom that was much more private and a lot less busy, so I would always try to use that one.
Okay.
There were a couple.
School bathroom, bro. Where's the part where you run into the couple in the school bathroom where one dude is standing on the toilet and another girl is sitting? Just my school? Sorry. Yo, my school had some freaky incidents, bro. If your school didn't have a school gooner, your school wasn't lit like that, for real, for real. Facts. Why am I proud of that? That's not good at all.
Classrooms down there, so it didn't look weird for me to go down there. I was sitting in one of the back stalls. I was the only one in there, which was usually the case.
What? Okay.
All of a sudden, I heard the lockdown buzzer start going off from outside.
Oh my gosh.
It sounded for about a full minute before it abruptly stopped.
No. Taking a number 2, you know, you're the turd hit the water, and then you hear freaking lockdown, lockdown. You're in the bathroom like, damn, is it cooked?
Speakers, but it never did. Which, like I mentioned earlier, was supposed to signify a real lockdown.
Oh my god.
At first, I didn't really think it was a real lockdown, though. It happened too close to the practice lockdown earlier that morning. I thought it was just a second part to the drill. But as I sat there for a few more minutes, I started to realize that if that were the case, that probably would have been explained over the intercom.
Right.
I started to panic, now thinking this was real. I wasn't safe in the bathroom. The
Get
door
out.
had no lock. So
Oh
I ran
my god,
outside to
actually?
try to find a classroom.
Should he have stayed in the bathroom in that case?
There wasn't much for options in that basement. It was also hard to see now that they turned the hall lights off.
Right.
But I did eventually find a classroom door. I tried the handle. It was locked. I looked in through the glass part of the door. In one of the corners, I could barely make out a kid hiding. There was a class inside. I banged on the door, explaining that I was a student and tried to hide.
Oh my god. No. Because, the kids are all in the freaking door, whatever, in the classroom. They're sitting there, like sitting ducks, you know, freaking chewing on their fingernails, biting on their toes or something, you know, scared as hell. They hear, boom, 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 open the door. I need to get in here. Bro, they probably think that you're a school sniper, bro. They probably think you're the masked threat, even if you're trying to get help. This is scary.
I got no response. I was both terrified and frustrated at the same time.
Run.
I realized protocol was to never let anyone inside no matter what. I was on my own. I thought about going back to the bathroom, but found an empty computer lab first and settled on that. I got under one of the back desks, and for the second time that day sat in silence. Only this time for a real lockdown. 10 minutes went by.
Holy Nothing. Shoot. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'm too immersed in this video, but it feels like it's me. You know what you should do? Okay, of course, you could hide behind the desk, right? You could barricade the freaking door with chairs, and then hide behind the door. So if a dude does come inside with a rifle, let's say he walks in like this, he comes in the door, and you see him, you hit him with the cleanest haymaker, take him out, like boom.
The intercom. Then, the heart-dropping sound of running footsteps from outside coming down the basement stairs.
No, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I could hear the person's heavy breathing. It kept getting closer. It now sounded like it was just outside the room.
Yo!
I started adjusting my body position to try and duck down more to get further out of view, when a light turned on.
Oh my god, he's close. No.
The computer on the desk above me waking up. I must have accidentally pulled the mouse cord.
You idiot, no!
It wasn't that bright, but it was enough for me to make out a silhouette in the doorway to the room. I genuinely feared for my life in that moment. The person was just standing there.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yo, I have chills, bro. Focus. Camera. Can barely see it. You just see my hairy ass arm. No, this is creepy, bro. You see a motherfucker standing in the silhouette like freaking Slenderman. Like these. What do you even do? Genuinely, what can you do? Brief intermission. If you are enjoying today's video so far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 60,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
They wouldn't enter the room. And after what felt like an eternity there, I prayed they wouldn't enter the room.
Yeah.
And after what felt like an eternity, they turned and continued running down the hallway.
Okay.
A few minutes later, and the lockdown was over. The school tried to keep the incident silent, but it eventually got out. Apparently, a kid in my grade that I actually slightly knew stole his dad's gun and got into school through a back door he left propped open earlier in the day.
Oh!
Police showed up to the school and detained him before any bullets were shot.
Oh my gosh!
They later searched his backpack and found a paper with a list of names on it, which they believe was who he meant to kill that day.
Who was on it?
Pictures of the list itself leaked. My name was number 4 on that list.
Oh!
I never heard if the kid just got scared and decided not to do anything, or if he just genuinely didn't find anybody after entering the building.
Brother, your name was in the death note, bro. You need to be freaking out over this more than me. More than us, bro. This is crazy. Bro, and then the fact that this dude was in the computer room, he moved the mouse. If that kid decided, let me just go in here and see if anybody's inside this room because I see a light coming from a computer, and then he finds, oh, number 4 on the freaking hit list, which, by the way, bro, you're top 4. What did you do to him to make you top 4? I guess that's something we'll never know.
Either way, I believe the person that I saw while hiding in the computer lab was him, and that I could have lost my life in that moment.
Yeah, no kidding. Damn, bro, are you good now? We just gonna move on from that?
Back in October of 2016, for whatever reason, these killer clown sightings kept getting reported.
Oh, yeah.
Real or fake, videos of them would almost always get posted somewhere online.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Back in like 2016 when the clowns just dropped, I was talking crazy, bro. I was like, yo, let a clown run up on me, bro. I'm not scared. Bro, I was 5 foot tall, flat, and I was maybe 101 pounds. I was not doing nothing. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, I was scared as hell. Just talking just to talk, just yapping like I am now. I don't know.
For that whole month, it was all over the news. I remember in our town specifically, it kind of got out of hand.
Really?
People in the area were committing real crimes wearing clown masks, or sometimes full-body clown outfits. It was honestly terrifying. Anyway, back when this was happening, I was in high school.
Low-key though, we do need to bring back the clowns, bro. It's low-key tough.
Throughout that whole month, many of the staff and student school emails received threats. They were always from a different random email address, so there was no real way of blocking them.
Okay.
It was always something like killerclown@cvx.zy or something random.
What?
It usually had something to the effect of killer clown followed by some random characters. It got so bad that the school had to send out a mass email to all students and parents saying they were aware of the threats and were taking them seriously. I remember some days the teachers were instructed to teach with their classroom doors locked.
Because of clowns? I don't remember the clowns being like school, you know, threats though or anything like that. I mean, at least the clowns where I was from, maybe they respected kids or something, but they were always attacking people in other locations like outside and stuff, in the woods.
To go to the bathroom. Needless to say, a lot of us were on edge. I have no shame in saying it was really scary.
Yeah.
I saw some of the things the emails were saying. A lot of it was really graphic and truly disturbing. Of course, at the time, none of us knew if anyone was really planning to act on these threats, or if it was just someone somewhere behind a computer screen playing a sick joke.
Right.
But honestly, it felt like only a matter of time before something would go down.
Holy, it's creepy, bro. It's
Finally, one day something would. I was in my trigonometry class when the school's lockdown alarm went off.
Okay, this freaking alarm.
The principal's voice then came over the loudspeaker.
Yo, this gives me chills, bro.
His voice was shaky.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta stop you real quick. Is this Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days? Hold on, you know ball, buddy. Might not be Dog Days, actually. It's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, though, confirmed. I know it, I can see it.
Now, our principal was a pretty intimidating dude, so hearing fear in his voice only furthered my own fear. I knew this lockdown had to be related to the threats. In that classroom, there wasn't really a good corner for all of us to hide in. You could see a good portion of the room from outside the door.
Okay.
So our teacher ordered us to barricade the door with all the desks and chairs in the room. We then sat as far away from the door as we could.
Okay.
Although even this provided a clear view of the glass window on the door.
Oh, not good at all, bro. Who else was always thinking, like, in high school? If you're in high school now, do you have the same thought of, like, dude, if there's a school threat on campus and there's actually, like, a real actual threat, right? We're all breaking the window and getting out of there, bro. Right? Like, we've all had that thought of, like, okay, boom, I'm taking this, smash the window, then I'm running, I'm jumping over, I'm climbing that fence, I'm booking it, making a left, making a right, turning left, go over that wall, jump over this, and then I'm gone, bro. We have all thought that, right?
I watched as all the lights abruptly turned off in the hallway, shortly followed by the lights in the classroom. The familiar hum of the heating system faded. The school had cut the power. It was eerie.
Okay.
The building was quiet, and there wasn't the usual whispering or joking around from other students like there was during practice drills.
Well, duh, bro. Duh, nigga, it's a freaking lockdown. We're in lockdown and we might die to a freaking killer clown. Yeah, what do you expect us to be lively? No, we don't care about ASB right now.
For this kind of thing. Even our teacher had a look of fear on his face, putting me more on edge. We sat there for multiple minutes. We then heard a metal banging sound, like someone was hitting the lockers down the hall.
Holy.
A voice started yelling. The girl sitting next to me quietly began crying. The noises continued off and on for the next few minutes.
No, bro.
As time passed, the noises kept getting louder, as whoever was making them seemingly kept getting closer. At this point, my classmates and I were staring at each other, all of us gauging each other's reactions. Then, the sound of the classroom's door handle rattling.
Oh my god.
Through the glass on the door, I saw a clown mask looking in.
Oh.
The person stood there for a while, not doing anything. Then they abruptly ducked down out of view, and the sound of the door handle rattling continued.
What the? Yo, is this not a horror movie? This is a horror movie, bro. This is not real. This can't be real, bro. What do you even do in this situation, bro? You're a sitting duck. You and 30 other kids. At that point, bro, I'm turning into a snitch, bro. I'm turning into one of those people who will say anything for a freaking McDonald's French fry. Bro, you want my classmates? You can have them. Just save me, man. Definitely, if there was a kid in my class low-key bullying me, calling me some type of names, bro. Yo, hey, clowns, get him. Save me, get him.
Trying to pick the lock. We all sat there listening to this happen when the lock disengaged. Immediately, the full body force of this person smashed into the door. The desk barricading the door slightly shifted back.
It's over.
This happened a few more times, but not much progress was made. They eventually gave up, and we could hear their footsteps running away down the hall.
Okay. And I'm back.
Police arrived, they cleared the building, and escorted all of us out.
Okay. We good?
No one was ever found responsible for the lockdown.
What?
It's believed at least 3 people dressed in clown costumes entered the back entrance of the school that day.
What the?
Intent on making true to the threats sent over email. At the time, the school did have some cameras, but during the lockdown, they cut the power.
So what was the point of all this then? I'm confused, bro. They just wanted to harass kids, bro. Huh?
Never caught anything. School was canceled for the next few days.
That's it?
We came back.
Give me a
week.
week.
School had installed a new auto locking feature on the doors and windows.
Okay. Another one? Story 3.
This happened in 2013.
Hey, not long ago.
I graduated college the year prior with a degree in education.
College student. This is college. I'm in college. Okay, this is relatable. Hold on now. Hold on.
Wanted to be a teacher and was able to land a job at a nearby high school.
Okay.
The first few weeks, I was shadowing another teacher, as they called it.
I got you.
It was meant to help me prepare to teach my own class, but it really just felt like a glorified TA position. I would sit in the class with the other students and help the teacher when needed. It was a chemistry class, and on one of the...
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You lost me, buddy. You lost me, buddy. You lost me. A chemistry class after all that I was talking, bro?
Lab days, we required those flasks used for chemical reactions, measuring solutions,
a beaker?
Stuff like that.
A beaker?
All of that type of stuff was kept in a supply closet on the other side of the building.
Okay.
I made my way out of the class and started heading over there.
So far, we have a science teacher who's a TA and chemicals in a chemistry class. What could go wrong, right, guys? This sounds pretty nice, you know, average day of school.
2 minutes, I was there and began looking for the flasks. All of a sudden, my phone went off.
Okay.
It was
the
an
huzz
automatic
texting?
Text message from the school. Being a part of the staff, we were required to sign up to receive these automated messages. The text it was an automatic. All of a sudden, my phone went off.
The huzz texting?
It was an automatic text message from the school.
Oh.
Being a part of the staff, we were required to sign up to receive these automated messages. The text explained how the school was going into lockdown and that it was not a drill. By the time I would have made it back to my class, the door would have likely already been locked.
Okay.
So I opted to hide in the closet by myself.
Okay.
I turned off the light and closed the door.
Chemicals. Lots of
There
them.
wasn't much room to sit down. I had to just stand there in the dark. After a few seconds, the lockdown alarm sounded from the speakers throughout the building. The usual ambience from inside nearby classrooms immediately died down. It was now completely quiet.
Okay. I don't like quiet. I like it
Breaking the
loud.
silence was the sound of my phone going off again.
Turn it
It
off.
was an update.
Why's my heart beating?
Please remain in lockdown. A suspected armed intruder has entered the building.
I feel my heartbeat.
Be notified. I could feel my heart picking up speed.
You hear that?
I didn't feel safe where I was. Suddenly, I heard running footsteps in the hall.
Oh my god. Yo, chill, bro.
Closet door and stopped.
Don't jump scare me, bro,
The
please.
doorknob turned and the door opened. It all happened before I even had time to react. Standing outside was an older man in maybe his 50s.
You opened the door? You opened it? You opened it? You opened the door? You opened the door? You opened the door? You opened the door? Why did you open the door? What? What do you mean standing outside? Wait, did he look through the peephole? Even then, why are you looking through the peephole? Stop, just...
He was wearing a regular t-shirt with jeans. I'd never seen the man before. He asked if he could hide in here with me.
Oh,
Feeling bad for the guy, I said yes.
okay.
There wasn't much room at all, but we both still fit. The man explained how he had been teaching a class down the hall when he
Okay.
had the lockdown alarm.
I don't trust them.
In my mind,
I don't
this
trust
raised a
him.
red flag. Why then was he here instead of with his class?
Right.
I asked him this. He didn't immediately respond. Interrupting the silence was again the sound of my phone.
What did he respond with? No,
There's
stop.
another update from the school.
We don't care. What did he say?
The text said to not open our classroom doors for any reason, and that the suspect was believed to be an older man with a beard.
Oh, you're done.
I frantically reread the words on my screen.
You're done.
I didn't get the best look at this guy, but from what I did see, he fit that description. I could now distinctly hear my heart beating out of my chest.
Yo, you gotta, like, pulverize him. I don't know. Like, bro, you see the Clorox freaking spray right there? Grab it, hit him with those.
I made a split-second decision. I opened up the closet door and ran. I went straight to the nearest exit and out to my car in the parking lot. When I got there, I looked back behind me. I didn't see anything. I don't think the man followed me. Or
You
at
are
least he didn't follow me
crazy, man.
outside. From there, I got in my car and left. I'd say
Now, me personally, I think what I would have did is left the door and then try to, like, close him in. And then try to text the staff and be like, yo, I got the suspect in the door. Just, like, jamming him into this door. Like, yeah, I don't know, be the hero.
around 25 minutes later, I received a final update text explaining that the police had cleared the building and the lockdown was over.
Okay.
I later learned the man had gotten inside by convincing the front desk that he was there to pick up his kid, but that a lockdown was called when they saw a gun holster around his waist as he was walking down the hall.
Yo, getting into school should never be this easy. I was watching a video talking about that, and I agree, bro. There should be some type of, like, ID identifications you need.
Several teachers reported their classroom doors being forcefully struck during the lockdown from someone trying to open them. The man was gone when police arrived, and they were never able to identify him.
Damn, but he knows
He was
you.
caught on the school security cameras, but they never showed a full view of his face.
You know him.
However, they did show that he was indeed armed. I saw the videos myself, and I'm almost sure it was the same man hiding with me. It
Wow.
was also dark in that closet. So I
Wow.
can't be certain.
Damn, dude, that is scary as hell. And the crazy part is that guy knows you, so he can find you again and be like, yo, I remember you. The only person he actually remembers that he could actually slime out, bro. But that's 3 allegedly true school lockdown stories. Let me know if you enjoy videos like this. This is like a scary video. I actually enjoy this video as scared as I am. I don't usually watch videos like this because I am, in fact, feline. Okay, I do have that, pussy syndrome. If you guys enjoy videos like that, we're gonna check out more of them. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you enjoyed. Also, link me in new videos you want me to check out in the comment section or in the Discord link in the description. With that being said, have a great rest of your day. Sub to this channel, sub to the main channel, and follow IG also in the description. Have a great rest of your day. It's love you all. I love you, and I'm out.